Do you need to get your clubs fitted? That's exactly what we're talking about today. You will have seen last week on the channel we had Frankie with his fitted club. So previously we started with the 9 holes with the most forgiving clubs on the market, really, from all different brands, and Frankie finished at level par.
Putter saved me. The putter saved me that day.
We had a nice big forgiving putter, not a blade putter like he's been using, but today we're trying to show how, again, fitted clubs can really help you get the ball going in the direction you want without having to manipulate it. Frankie's got a new club in the bag, which you have seen on the channel, the Stealth 2 Plus, which we kept calling the Stealth Plus 2 actually.
Oh, nice.
The 5 wood, but we've changed the weight around. So there'll be a video on the channel showing the differences of changing the weight here on this club. But Frankie's got this just in the bag for a couple of holes here at Waterfront, but certainly this one. 240 yards to the flag. It's playing uphill and into the breeze, so actually 220 to the flag, but with the slope and the breeze a little bit longer. So nicely fading back. We know this club should be going about 240, and that is right up there on the left hand side of the green. So guys, think about it. Have you got a club in your bag that is just for a certain hole? This is something that Frankie's been looking, or a gap he's been trying to fill, so make sure when you're looking at certain holes, make sure it's usable on multiple holes at your golf course. Getting one just for one par 3 is probably not going to be the best investment, but if it's good for par 5s, certain par 4s, then it's worth investing. Frankie's just got on the green, just landed short there, but we've got a reasonably long putt here, and this is where you've got to think that, right, how far is this putt? Would I be expecting to 2-putt? We know tour average is they're going to look like 3-putting more often, or over 2 shots from 33 feet. We've got around about 45 feet here, but this is a hole that is, again, we've all got them on our golf course, a very tough hole. We're just trying to get out of here, and a bogey is not necessarily a bad score, but make sure you give it the time. Frankie's giving that a great roll. Pace-wise, perfect. Left himself the old knee knocker, but trying to get out of here, Frankie, is key on this hole.
Yeah, if I make 3 on here, I'm over the moon. It's like.
And Frankie shot 67 a couple of weeks ago, was it?
Yeah. And I bogeyed this. I think it was about that pin, and I hit it back there, and I 3-putted it. That was on the front 9, and then I birdied it on the back 9. But I was like, that's the first time I've birdied it in like months.
It levelled it out there. Your brother has the course record, not to rub it in.
I know.
At 60.
66.
66. And what he
made double on here off the white tees on the back 9.
So you can see we're all going to have those kind of holes, but don't let it ruin your round. Luke obviously did that. He doubled it, still shot 66 again, and now a pro. But if you'll think about your handicap, just get out of here, limit the damage, and move on. The next hole we have a par 5, which gives another chance potentially at a birdie. Solid putt.
Nice.
Let's move on. So stayed straight, Frankie. Okay, so just about got away with it here. So obviously we've got some overhanging branches to get to the green. Frankie has just pushed it. We've got 240 yards to the flag, so a very similar shot to what we had on the last. Again, here, would you be going for it, Frankie?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't think the trees are that.
Trees shouldn't come into it, and again, the lie's not too bad.
That's a nice angle, to be fair.
We've got to look, there's the bunkers, but those bunkers, again, if you haven't played somewhere, maybe have a look at the T-balls to see where they are, because that is around about 30 yards short, so there's no worries about Frankie carrying over that. If that was at the green, Frankie might think, it's a lot of carry.
Yeah, I think the right one's not really in play unless I hit a very bad one, and then the one on the left's like probably 60 yard short, so it's only like 180 to cover that.
Yeah, from the flag, yes it is. So again, let's see, we've got the hybrid out here, so trusty hybrid for Frankie.
And try and get it there, hopefully. I think it should if I hit a good one, to be honest.
And again, there's not much risk in this shot because we shouldn't get the trees, and again the bunkers, we're still going to have a shot, but they shouldn't really come into play. That's a great shot. It's coming round. Coming round very nicely.
That's pretty good.
So that's not far off, pin high. Missed all the trouble. We've got a nice little delicate chip shot, as you can see, but no real risk there. So we can see from back there, over that bunker, we've probably got nearly 80-90 yards from that one. Again, this bunker here, like Frankie said, probably up to 60 yards potentially for the front edge. So left himself a nice chip shot here. So a little bit of green to work with. Club, Frankie? The trusty 58.
Yeah.
Again, there's nothing wrong with using this kind of club. Again, we need a little bit of loft here. We need to carry it onto the green. Also, Frankie wanted to play this low. He could adjust his setup. So certainly aggressive. Ooh. Great shot there. Just ran past. We've got a chance. Frankie just wants to beat what he shot with the forgiving clubs.
I've got it. Yeah, probably a cup outside the left.
It's a great putt, Frankie. Right, how far we got, Frankie?
160 on the dot.
Club of choice. 7-iron with his apex. So Frankie's looking for a new set. So again, guys, if you're looking for fittings, get down here to see Kyle, our specialist fitter. Number is below. But Frankie's gained a little bit of speed over the last couple of months. So now, obviously, these clubs probably aren't the right fit for him. So he's going to be looking at shaft mainly, but then also deciding, does he want something a little bit more forgiving? Does he want something less forgiving? That's what we need to think about. Again, just because Frankie is very close to a scratch golfer doesn't necessarily mean that he needs to go for some blades. It doesn't mean he has to go for some CBs. He might go for something mid-range, something like an Apex, something like a T100, something like Tacoma 101T, like mid-handicap Dave. That is a nice, high, towering 7-iron to the middle of the green, Frankie.
Pretty good.
So again, Frankie, reason why you wanted to get fitted again? What kind of things are you struggling with these irons?
Well, it's like they're a TCB Apex, so I think that means like tall cavity back, so just this small.
Very
and then
small.
Shaft, I don't know, I've got the 120 modus in stiff,
Okay, yeah.
but I just spin it a lot. Like my 7-iron spins like 7.5, 8,000, which is too much.
Yeah.
So I struggle into the wind, basically.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
Previously, obviously, with the 7-iron, you was expected to get 7,000 spin. It's now closer to probably 6,000.
Yeah.
So Frankie's just struggling in the wind. Luckily, there was none here today. So this is what you get from knowing your club. So Frankie knew 7-iron there. There's a little bit of wind, but pitch and a little bit of backspin there. So perfect when there's no wind conditions, but obviously if it was into wind, Frankie was struggling to keep it down recently. But when you're getting fitted for clubs, guys, that's what you really need to know. You need to know your carry numbers. Frankie knew that obviously that 7-iron carries 170, not goes 170 total, because we see a lot of people say, oh yeah, my 7-iron goes 160. It lands back here, and normally on a par 3, well, there is a bunker there, but a lot of trouble right in front of the green. So know your carry distances.
Yeah, know the carry, not the total.
That is key. So Frankie's going to give this a read around about 15 feet here. So again, if we talk about tour average here, we're looking at 1 in 3. That's your tour average. So are we going to hole many of these? Maybe not even as a scratch golfer. Well inside tour average for the approach shot. Yes, Frankie. So take the positives here. We might hole one. Strokes gained, he's on the move with his iron play. And again, a 2-putt here wouldn't lose him shots. So at least you're giving yourself those chances. The more chances we have, the more greens you hit, the more we're going to lower your scores. Frankie's got the tool on. Is it San Diego? It's Chicago.
That's the one, San Diego.
San Diego. So again, a tool on putter, a blade putter, so very different to on the previous series where we had a nice big mallet for forgiveness, but Frankie certainly enjoys this putter. If we get a solid setup, we should be able to get the ball rolling just like that. Unfortunately, Frankie's just left it short, but a great roll there. So Frankie's matching that up. He's comfortable with a blade putter. So when you get fitted, don't think you just have to go to a mallet because you're a high handicapper. Please do try everything to lower your scores.